Hi, this is Terry from Fabric Junction, and I'm here today to show you another one of our wonderful 6.5-inch blocks. This one's called Braced Star, and I have it in the quilt. I finally got my quilt done. It's in the quilt. Here it is here, and the other one is clear down in the bottom corner over here. And I don't want to grab it because I never know when the quilt's going to fall, but you get the idea of what a beautiful star this is. Anyway, moving on, here is the pot holder I created using our braced star. And here are my pieces. I did a few ahead of time, but I'm going to start with the center because that's that one that sometimes people get hung up on because of the way it's put together. So I'll show you real quickly that we're going to attach these two sides and only sew part way down. That gives us the full length to add the pieces around and then our finish. So with that little dab, this is one of those blocks that I always like, but it just takes that little extra time to do because of the way they are put together. Grab my next. And I'm doing a real quick press towards the outside so I don't get all those seams bundled up in that little bitty square. In this particular one, it's fairly small. Number 3. And the last one. And now I need to tip this out of my road. The tail of that very first one. Get him out of my road. Get my last one in place. And I know this particular section comes by many names, but I always think of it as around the block because I go around that center one. Open it back up. I like to start up in the area where I left off and sew to the outside. If you would rather, you could go the other way, but I'm always afraid I'm going to get a little pucker. And then this way I can keep everything lined up. Okay, I have my center. Now to do the corner sections, you have your large square, 2 triangles. You sew 1 to each side, and you do the length of the triangle, not the short sides of the triangle. You want the length of the triangle. You can find your center. Actually, it looks like I had found there. You can find your center easy. I can see my little remnants from when I did my little press, a light press. Light press on that. And I do them, the one I do right sides together, the other one I do wrong sides together, so that they just kind of cup right into each other. There we go. Nice long tails. Oh, and I was going, I was going to say, did I unthread? Sometimes I unthread myself. I get in a hurry, but good thing I've got a nice needle threader. My thread got a little bit short. There we go. Quick fix. Press. I need to get me that little bitty fold. And these are being done side by side because we're only going to do two sides, and we want the two sides that are side by side. I knew I was looking at it backwards. I thought, wait a minute. I had just told myself one goes right sides together, the other goes wrong sides together. So that tells you, no matter how much quilting you've done, how many years you've been quilting or sewing, once in a while you do your steps backwards. Not the end of the world. There we go. Okay, once you've done that on all four, two of them, you need to add the other rectangle. Triangle. You ever have one of those days to where your shapes are not what you thought? Okay, triangle. I'm going to sew a triangle to my new shape. I'm going to start in the corner, line it up. I'm going to do the other side before I press, because I'm not going to cross that seam, so I know I can do both sides before I take it and press it. There we go. Yes. Oh, it looks great. Now here are the pieces for our square. Your next step is to sew these together as a unit. Then you're going to sew your sides and you'll match your corners up, and you'll sew this one, and then there is your completed star. Once I had my star done, I added 1.5" strips to the sides, 1.5" with cornerstones, and those would be 1.5" square. So these are 1.5 by 6.5, and I did one at the top and the bottom, and that put my star together. So now I have my star together, I have my back, my little piece of cotton batting that I decided to throw in on all these projects. Sometimes I don't. My Insulbrite, that's the important one, the Insulbrite, because that's the one that really insulates from burning. There's my pieces, center my block, trim, bind, create a loop, and then you have this wonderful pot holder made from the brazed star. Thank you for watching us here at Fabric Junction. Check us out at our website, junctionfabric.com, and at our blog spot called Fabric Junction Jewels, blogspot.com.